you all leave the field or any kind of outside expectations?
Oh, well, at this point, if it's not 100% or we feel like we won a day, obviously we want to start to prepare and get more ramped up for the season opener. You know, we played two preseason games, and now we got one more left, which makes it two weeks away from the first game. So our intention is to just get all the little details down pat. We all know what we got to do, but once we figure out how to do our job the right way, then that's what's going to evolve the offense.
We were pretty locked in with Burrow yesterday. I had a couple of meetings with Red Zone. How does that relationship kind of improve, not just from your, from the training camp, but from year 1 to year 2?
Yeah, I mean, I just got to, the easier I make my job, the easier Joe can, feel comfortable relying on a guy like me, where he can count on me in third downs or any down, So like I said, man, it's getting closer and closer to game time. So I was going to be as sharp as possible for him, because he's trying to get ready to see if he can go as well, So I want to make sure I'm at perfection when I'm getting reps with him.
Tyler, we talked a lot about you had kind of a rocky first couple of years when you were getting started early. We talked a lot about that. How much do you feel like you relate to Jamar trying to get it going early and can kind of offer, a little bit of a story for him to follow too?
Right. Yeah. I mean, every rookie is going to go through that phase. It don't matter if you not picked up or you late rounder to a first rounder. You're gonna have a rocky start, because you got to come in, you got to learn a whole new offense. You got to figure out how we want to run the offense, and then figure out how to navigate through the defense. That's the hardest part, because we know he's gifted, we know he can play, we know he can run, we know he can do all the intangibles, but it's about the mental phase at that point, and that's what I'm trying to get him to stay clear on. So he's not out there thinking too much. He had a few drops, but man, it's football. We all gonna shake back, we all gonna drop balls, but it's more the mental for him per se. So I think I just gotta get him going to make him feel like he's still that guy, which he is. We just gotta get him to not think too much.
What do you see behind the scenes? Because you obviously see him behind the scenes in the meeting rooms, all of that have impressed you about Jamar and his ability to work through all of this.
Just his toughness, because now, like I mentioned, he had a few drops, and the pressure's on, and just talking to him outside of football, seeing what he's feeling, obviously, everybody's gonna tell him to catch the ball. He knows that, guys, you make the play, whatever, we going, So I just think the more and more you overhear things, the more and more you start to think about it consistently, and that's when it's time, when you keep hearing it, and then that time comes where you got the moment to make the catch. He's thinking about other stuff, thinking about what other people are going to say if you do drop it or what, So I'm just trying to get him to just block out all the negativity, block out everybody else but him. Him and the DB, figure out how to beat him, and then once the catch point comes, just make the play.
Tyler, I think there were a couple games early in the rookie year, where there were some moments, and I don't remember specific drops, but I remember there were some plays which you could have had back. I even think like in the opener, I think in New York. There was a play or two you wanted back. Is that something you convey to him, or even show him those plays?
Absolutely. New York, that's crazy. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had the touchdown too. Drop, well, I caught it, but didn't control it on the way down. So those are the plays that change the game. So even if you catch the ball for a first down, you got to stay on the field. We got to drain the defense. Those are the plays we'll need to help continue to drive and to kill the defense, kill their confidence, give us momentum to go down there and get 3, or most likely we want to get 7, and then the next drive they like, wow, these guys, they sharp, they don't drop too much, they really got to play. So if we can get defenses frustrated to that point and we continue to make plays, I say it every year, we will never be stopped.
How did you respond to that playing tomorrow?
My whole life, I've just been a guy that felt like you can always call my name whenever you need to, And like I said, no guy perfect. I don't care if you got glue in your hand, you still may drop it, So it's just about what you do next, It's about what you do to get over that play, to get to the next play to help the team.
And I think if I remember, you had a big game against Pittsburgh the next day, right? Next week.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you can't get things back. Once something is over, or you lose it, or you don't succeed with that certain play or that situation, you just got to move on. You know, it's life. At the end of the day, this is a sport. You know, it's a fun sport, but it's also competitive to the point where you don't never want to look bad or feel like you got beat. So, I mean, just move on and make the next play.
When you were drafted, how much pressure did you feel to perform as soon as you got it? What do you remember about it?
Yeah, you know, it's definitely overwhelming, you know, especially when you get drafted high. So you have a sense of knowing they want you to come in and learn early and play early. You know, so at that point, it's more so the playbook. You know, because like coming in, like I said about Chase, like he's fully aware, he knows his ability, he knows he can play here, he knows he can beat DBs in the league, he knows that, but it's more about knowing what you got to do, getting that playbook. Once you're comfortable, your mind is comfortable with playing through the defense and playing against the speed of all the different players, and then just once the ball comes, you make the play, and it's all started to come easy. So it all becomes to be natural again, like it was in college. So I think it's just a repetition thing. You got to continue to drill and drill and drill, then things will start clicking again.
The regular season's 20 days away. Is there anything you need to do for him, or is it something he just needs to get past mentally so this doesn't snowball and become a thing? Because drops weren't a factor for him at college.
At all, right. That's why it's like we know, and he know what type of guy it is. It's more so the mental side. You know, I think he'll get over that. You know, he'll start making more plays because we're going to continue to go to him, go to him, and he know. Myself and T and Joe, everybody else, we got your back, bro. Like I said, it's not easy, especially being out in this league, you know. But everything else he's done right. He know what to do. He know how to run his routes. He's winning. You know, it's just he's overthinking at the catch point.
Do you ever remember a period, Tyler, high school, Pitt, here, whatever, where you went through a phase of the drops, you know, for a few days or whatever? And if so, how did you get out of it?
Absolutely, you know, a few times through my legacy, you know, I felt that way. I look at my hands like, yo, what is wrong with me? Like, what is it? You know, because this never happens usually, you know. So I just try to block everything out. Once I know we call a play and I know I'm gonna get the ball, you know, I try to just stay relaxed and just go back on the little things. Go back on what I just need to do to figure out a way to get a catch. You know, once I get that catch and I feel the ball stick to my hands, then that's when I start feeling like, okay, yeah, I'm back to normal, you know. So it's mental, man. It just plays with you a lot, you know, because they don't make you feel like you're not good enough, or it can take you deep into your thoughts. So, I mean, I try to not let it bury myself. You know, I think I did a good job of just, like I said, just continue to try to move on to the next play.
At what point in camp was there a moment where you were like, all right, Joe's back, he's good, he's confident? Was there a specific play or a moment that you realized you're ready to go?
Well, the whole camp, in my eyes, he looked good in terms of throwing the ball, you know, but the moment where I feel like he was himself again, I think it might have been last week going into that second preseason game, was when we was in the high red zone and we 7-on-7, and he scrambled one way to try to make the play, and it wasn't right, and I think he planted on his bad knee and reversed back around and scrambled out. He was moving, you know. That's when I hit me. I'm like, he feel more comfortable. I feel like he's about ready, you know, because at first he was a little worried, like, is he just gonna fall over? Like this, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I know the feeling he was going through, and for him to finally feel free with just running and bursting, you know, let me know where I feel like he was cool.
How confident are you, Tyler, if he does not play Sunday and he steps on the field for the first time September 12th, that the timing will be there for you, the receiving corps, and Jim?
Yeah, I think the good thing about that is if whatever he does, if he play or not, if he do play, I believe we still have the chemistry because he's getting the reps, you know, and we're getting plenty of reps with Brandon as well. You know, so I think the chemistry and the connection will be there, but not to see him play that first game would kind of maybe throw things off, you know, because he's our guy, he's our leader, you know. But at the end of the day, we still gonna go out there and find a way, you know, to make plays for whoever's back there and go out there and win.
As you were going into the second year of 2017, did you feel like there was maybe a certain pressure that John Ross had felt he didn't really have to deal with because he was a first round pick, he was a second round pick, and there was a different level of pressure that y'all were dealing with going into that 17 season?
Absolutely, yeah. John, I think he had it at the all-time worst, you know, because he came in injured. You know, that kind of delayed his performance on the field to try to get that speed going for him, to kind of go out there, like I said, and get those reps to get comfortable with the offense. You know, and then once he started in late, it kind of was too late into the season, so where he started to get his first couple reps or first preseason game. So he wasn't fully like I don't feel like he was fully ready to go out there and go against the defense yet. So I think then once he started having a little mental phase where he may have a drop or two, then like everything was going into it, you know. So I think it just with him, it was just the injury, him starting late. You know, he didn't really get a chance to start from the jump and get things rolling soon enough.
Do you feel like there was maybe more pressure on him to do it immediately because he was a top 10 pick? And you were a second round pick, and maybe when the expectations would be a little different external. Do you feel like maybe you have more leash than he did? Does that make sense? To kind of ease your way to kind of find your footing in the league?
Absolutely, you know, because I mean, when you're a first round pick, top 10, all eyes on you. You're a stud in this league. You're looked at like a true number one already at that point. So it's so much expectation. There's so much pressure on that guy. You know, not saying I didn't have pressure, because I had a lot of pressure on myself as well, because we both are entering the same position. We're going into the NFL. You know, neither one of us had a clue what to expect, you know, going against guys that's in the league. You know, so I just feel like in the position where you pick, it kind of doesn't mean too much, but I think it's a little bit more pressure on the guys who get picked first.
Tyler, you get a full house. Fans are back for the game on Sunday. How much are you looking forward to playing in front of them?
Man, I can't wait. You know, I think the last time I seen a lot of fans was Fan Fest, and I loved it. You know, we had pretty much the whole thing filled out from the bottom, and it just feels good. You know, it gives us energy. You know, it just gives us love. You know, because everybody comes out to support us. You know, feel wanted, feel like we got to showcase our abilities to the best for our fans. You know, because when they come and they cheer us on, they help us give energy to help us solidify the win. So, I mean, the more they help, the more we go.
One more question.
How's T look so far?
He was like a bozo. Nah, but yeah, he great. You know, year two. I mean, it's got a limit, man. He's big, fast, can run, he can do it all. You know, so I just think once the season starts going and y'all actually get to see us play together, like it's going to continue to evolve. We're going to continue to get better, and it's going to look from now to the middle of the season. I think y'all will see changes in all the guys. Like, wow, we didn't expect that to happen. We didn't know, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to continue to just practice hard and get better.
How much different is T now than last year?
Way better. You know, I think he just, again, on the roster, he just started late. You know, he had an injury, and that made him start a little late. But he picked up. You know, he didn't start, but once his number was called, you know, he answered. You know, he just got to figure out all the details. You know, that's the thing he's going through now. You know, once he hammer in the details and little things, he's gonna be able to do whatever he wants. You know, 'cause he knows what to do. He knows how to get open. You know, but once he do the little things like to help somebody else get open or do something in his route to create that separation to get that third down, I think that's where his game will start to evolve.